Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? It's Brian with BG Model Workshop, and we're doing the final on the March to Space group build that was hosted by our buddy Matt over at ESU Warrior. And yeah, we're a little bit late, but we did have some issues on this guy, plus, things outside of our control and stuff like that. You know how life and all that kind of stuff happens. But we did get it done. It is a day late. I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're still okay. But I mean, technically, we could have had it done last night if we felt like slapping it together and stuff. And I didn't want to do that. We worked so hard on this thing that we wanted it to do it justice rather than try and slap it together at the last second. But this is the Space 1999 Eagle 1 transport, and this one has the, as we can see there, the orange and white box on there. That is the rescue pod. I think I mentioned in the past that it was a VIP pod. That was incorrect. This is actually the rescue pod, which makes a lot more sense. The rescue pod would have the international symbol for rescue on there, I suppose. But I really like how this came out. I did go a little heavy-handed with the wash up there on the space frame, and I probably could have pulled that back a little bit, but it is what it is. It's kind of my signature now, I guess, is having something heavily weathered. But I did have a good time building this, and I did enjoy it. I would actually build another one of these if I was to come across it someplace for a decent price. I wouldn't pay eBay prices for this guy here, but should I see another one again in the wild, I might consider picking it up and building it in a different doing the cargo pod in a different color scheme or something like that. We did use the vinyl masking kit that we got from Aztec Dummy through Cult TV Man, and I believe that was actually worth the money. Specifically because the little windows that are up here, those are all vinyl masks. The attitude control thrusters, there's these little areas on the side where they're supposed, I think they got this from like 2001 A Space Odyssey. Some of their pods had these kind of like thruster areas on there where I guess it's supposed to be like a heat shield against it. Those were on there, and those are so much easier to deal with than the water slide version, because the water slide versions kept wanting to curl and not really fit on there. I mean, I did try them. It wasn't going well. But I do like how the vinyl fits on there. And we also use the vinyl masking for around the windows here and in the cockpit area, and I like how those fit. Also, I do think I want to go back with a little bit of black paint and touch up some of the seams, because I don't like how they're looking there on camera, because this side looks a little better, this side doesn't. So it is what it is. Now the thing is that with the masking stuff and everything, Lou creates these in online in some sort of drafting program, and then plots it all out and cuts it like type of thing. But the problem is that his machine apparently is very, very precise at what it does. Every single cut is exactly the same as the last cut. The problem is that this doesn't have that type of level of accuracy with it, because it is a much older kit and everything. So he does say in his instructions that the little triangles that he has cut out to mask these areas here, you will need to adjust a little bit, or maybe slice off a little bit of excess that you find kind of curling up along the white beam areas there. The rectangles for these windows, every single one of those fit perfectly. But up here on the cockpit, where we have some crazy compound lines and stuff going on there, the masks are each one is the same from one to the next. The problem is that the ship is not, and he says he did say in the instructions that he had to find a happy medium of where to go and that kind of stuff. So there is a little bit of trimming involved. So a little bit, I guess one could say it is for a little bit more of an experienced modeler, rather than somebody who's beginning with this kind of thing. And if you're a beginner in modeling, you probably wouldn't be buying this kit in the first place. So with that all said, I did have fun building this. The cargo pod, the rescue pod, is actually permanently attached to the frame, because there's this little clipper doodle thing up here that I have in place to plug the hole. I wasn't sure if I was going to have it or keep it or what, and after putting it all together, I'm like, That's not going to hold that pod in there, so I'm just going to glue it in place. It does look cool without the pod, and I probably should have snapped a picture of it without the pod in there because it looks like one of those heavy lift helicopters or something like that. But yeah, this kit was, I think, the more modern edition of the kit, so it's got some updated decals in there. These little orange ones on the landing pods, they are part of the decal set that comes with it. The little decals that we see for the cockpit windows, those are part of the set also. So it does have a pretty nice selection of decals for the thing, but I still like using the vinyl appliques in certain areas here and there. I'll take a look at the underside, and we can see that we didn't do much weathering down there because we're not going to see it very often, but we did do the masking down there, and I do like how that turned out. So there we go. I want to say thank you one more time to our buddy Matt for hosting this. We will do this as many years as you feel like hosting, sir. We always have some sort of sci-fi thing sitting in the wings ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and sign off now. Everybody have a great... Oh, one last thing. I think I mentioned this in the past, but when I got this kit, it was off eBay, right? And the seller did send a pack of trading cards and some trading cards in the package with some bubble gum. So I don't think I'll have a cookie after this build. I think we'll have a try at some of this gum in here, and probably need some stitches afterwards. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Y'all take it easy. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on the other side. Bye now.